Hello my friends, it's Darren from RC Scale Models, and today we have another kit. This one is from Italeri. It's the Crusader Mk.II. It's 1/35 scale. It's a British tank that was used in the North Africa campaign, the Desert Rats and whatever. Comes with 5 figures, which you see on the box, and the tank. This is a re-released of an older kit, so it's been around for a while now, so they re-released it again. New Italeri, a range of vehicles and tanks and stuff are coming in this white, sorry not white, the yellow band on the side is how they're doing their new range of stuff, or reboxings and stuff. Kit number is 6579. It's the only Crusader Mk.II that I know of in 1/35. There's Crusader Mk.III's out there from Italeri, Tamiya. Border Models are starting to release a brand new version, but this is the only Mk.II that I know of. So let's get into it. A little bit of history on the side of the box. Dimensions of the kit, or the tank, is going to be 17.1 centimeters, so it's not a very big tank. Two of the other schemes, you get this one from Tunisia. It's got a desert sand, and then it's like a black or dark grey over the top to break up the silhouette. Pretty cool. This one is in Libya. It's just sand colour. So let's see what we get inside. Okay folks, this is the paperwork, and you get some decals. Decals not in the bag, they're just thrown in the box. That's not very good, but this is the markings anyway. As for the sheet, it's a pull-out page. Never a fan of these, especially if I'm trying to do videos, because it's awkward to try and show you what's on there. So let's try and move this camera slightly. First page, it's got sprue map as everything in the kit. More sprue map. First section is working on the lower hull. Here's a Christie's suspension that is on the vehicle. So you've got two sides, and the suspension gets sandwiched in between two plates. It gave it quite good armour back in the day, especially on the lower hull. Next step is, once you've built up the lower hull, attaching the upper hull, attaching all the road wheels. Pretty basic and simple. You've got your drive sprocket, the back of the tank. Turning your attention to the upper hull, you've got the turret ring, some covers, I think they're engine covers. But this looks like stowage. No, sorry, not a mistake, this is not the stowage, this is the driver's box. And we have some light guards and spare tracks going on. Turn your attention to the back of the vehicle. You've got the air filters left and right, towing eyes and towing clamps and clamps and stuff, exhaust and fuel tank. Turn yourself to the turret. Comes as one piece, and the bottom piece 2 halves, and then we have the gun mantlet at the front. Pretty simple. The main gun itself, we have the gun breech and the gun, and then looks like the gun mantlet again as well. Attaching it to the front of the turret, dropping your turret down. Pretty simple. We do have rubber tracks unfortunately in this kit. And then your side skirts going on, and then you've got your tow cables, and it's ready for paint. Like I say, first option is Tunisia 1943 is the desert colour, and they're calling out for a gunmetal grey or gunship grey. But I would use the I'm going to use FX60 dark yellow from Tamiya, mixed with a little bit of white to lighten it, because that's the colour as close as I'm going to have. I don't have any other desert colour, and I'll probably use like NATO black or something for this, because I'll probably be doing this scheme anyway. This one is just all desert colour, and then you've got another desert one as well, and you've got your figures paint guide. As for the plastic, you get 1 bag of figures and 2 bags of different sprues. So we'll quickly go through this. There isn't a lot of parts. It should be quite a simple kit to build as well anyway. These figures are done by MB. I think they're master models or masters figures. I think they're some of the best figures out there for plastic. So here's the figures. So we have one soldier down the bottom. He's got the Thompson machine gun, and that's his legs, arms and everything you need. The arms and legs for the middle one, and then the rest of his equipment. So that's the second guy. We have another guy down the bottom here, his legs and arms and parts. He's carrying machine gun. I'm not sure what machine gun that is. We have another guy at the top, looks like a rifleman, and then we have another guy on the other side again. I think it's pretty much the same or similar. He's another rifleman. It does say it down there, master box is the figures. As for the tank sections, we're going to have to cut into this. So we have this sprue here, contains the lower hull section. This is where your suspension goes. It's the Christie suspension design. It goes on there. This is the detail for the upper turret. Upper hull. Pretty nicely done. All the rivets. Here's part of the stowage boxes. This is the lower half of the turret with all the rivets. Here is the upper turret. Mixture of welds and rivets. The front glacier or transmission cover casing. And some more parts. There's part of the gun mantlet. This sprue here contains all the wheels and Christie's suspension, turret ring, and all fine detail parts. So these are the wheels, and these are on the inside. Pretty cool. More stowage. These are all the detailed parts. Loads of fine detail parts. These circles, I think they're like, not polycats, but I think they're part of the wheel assembly. Here is the drive sprockets. Part of the Christie suspension. Your tow cables, unfortunately they're all plastic, but they just run across the top of the tank, so should be no problems. These are the ends of the wheel caps. Some more wheels. I think these might be return rollers. We have these horseshoe shape toe end points. and then this circle piece is your part of your turret ring. There is no moulded teeth on there or anything, unfortunately. But that's pretty cool. And the last two pieces, or three pieces even, is tracks and side skirts, pretty much. Try and get into this. So we've got rubber tracks. I don't know if they're gluable. We may have to do the old technique by mounting the pins. So I'm never a fan of rubber tracks, but if that's what we got to work with, that's what I will use. Until a later date I can find replacement metal ones or plastic or whatever, but it will work for the time being. I must imagine these pieces in the middle are spares or whatever. This sprue here is side skirts. Move that out of the way because it's focusing on. Nicely done, not bad for Italeri. I don't think I've built a Italeri tank. I've built Italeri's planes and stuff, but I've never built one of their armoured vehicles yet. Side skirts or side of the vehicle. Let's say with the Christie suspension attaches to these points as well. Here's part of the side skirt. About that, we have more detail parts. We have, is it gun mantlet again? We have the main gun, it's moulded as one piece, and part of the breech attached to it. Here's part of the filter box. Pretty crap design because the filters is right at the back of the tank, and obviously when it's running through the desert, all the dust connected. It's not exactly breathing in clean air. It's cleaning up with all the dust. Fuel tanks and stowage. Isn't an awful lot of parts. So there you are, my friends. Another kit from Italeri, 1/35 scale, Crusader Mk.II. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.